I was very concerned about that because you never know what the North Koreans are going to react to. They have their own very heated rhetoric that they use all the time. I've listened to it, but you don't want to provoke them. You don't want to get them in a situation where they feel they have to respond to be on the defensive. I thought the president's remarks were not on target, were unfortunate, but they're done. But now I think the president has a chance to rally the nation, to address the country on what our policy is, but most importantly, to calm down. It is a very grave situation, not quite a crisis. The fact that the North Koreans have a miniaturized nuclear warhead that potentially could hit the U.S., the fact that real tough sanctions have been placed on North Korea, and they're reacting rather violently. So the situation is changing. The good news is that China seems to be putting pressure on North Korea for the first time. The bad news is the potential for a miscalculation based on all of this rhetoric. You know, I remember when the North Koreans shot down a South Korean fishing boat. You don't want a little incident like that to provoke a major war on the peninsula. Well, the danger is this. Look, we would wipe out North Korea. We're far superior militarily. They're a small country. But the collateral damage would be huge. A potential nuclear confrontation, artillery confrontation on the peninsula. We have 50,000 American troops in Japan, 30,000 in South Korea. The people of South Korea are allies, 25 million in the perimeter of Seoul that could be hit by artillery or a more damaging weapon. We want to avoid that tripwire conflagration. But the danger is a miscalculation. You know, somebody shooting a fishing boat or invading somebody else's airspace that is going to provoke a strike. This is why I think the president should calm down. Regardless of the accuracy of that report, and I think we should be taking it very seriously, our intelligence has not been very good on North Korea. They've advanced far more technologically than we thought on the missiles, on the ICBM, now on the nuclear warhead. So we should concentrate on better intelligence from North Korea. But the fact is that I think there's consensus that it can hit Guam, Alaska, Hawaii, the missiles possibly continental United States. So let's take this very seriously and develop the anti-missile system and the diplomatic effort to cool things down in the region. I think a combination of diplomacy, let's continue some of the military exercises with caution, and a diplomatic effort and the sanctions, and see if Kim Jong-un comes to his senses and is ready to talk. I think the biggest players with North Korea are Russia and China, and get them to support us on sanctions even tougher than what we've done. But in the end, it's the U.S. and North Korea. Whenever I talk to the North Koreans, they want to make deals with us. They don't want other intermediaries in the region. They think that we, the U.S. and North Korea, are the major powers. So it's an ego thing with them. And we should be prepared to engage them in some capacity on a deal that involves them tamping down their ballistic missile activity, their nuclear activity, in exchange for a dialogue that might lead to an understanding, a containment of some kind. That's the best we're going to be able to do.